Morena. It is day 34, so Thursday, 9 o'clock in the morning. We are in Hamilton, so you might notice, well, maybe you won't, we're at the same lake that we came to a couple of weeks ago when we came down for an interview. And we've just driven down to see what it's like, how long it would take to get here. It wasn't too bad, it took like an hour 30 or something. We left at 6:35 in the morning. It was raining pretty bad, and the GPS said when I woke up it was going to take like hour 15, but it actually took a little bit longer. I don't know if that was because of the weather or because of the time that we left, but it wasn't too bad. You can see it's still kind of spitting a little at the moment. It's nice and quiet here. Just posted my thing on LinkedIn just before 9 o'clock, and just been diarying. I diaried this morning, did a journal this morning I should say, writing down things that I'm grateful for. So grateful to have another day to wake. I haven't done my morning walk obviously, that's why I'm doing this now. Having a roof over my head, having clothes and food, having money in the bank, having family and friends who love me and care for me, having the freedom to focus on my health. And then one thing that I always try to do is write down, like, how can I be better today compared to yesterday, and what I've written down is to sleep by 9 o'clock. And then one commitment that I've made is to write a letter to my dad. I started it a couple of months ago and I just haven't finished it. It's for Father's Day. I've got this cool book that I might show you. But yesterday I had 5 or 6 things that I wrote down that I was going to be committed to, and I did like one of them. So I may have talked about this, but I need to like focus on doing a few things instead of trying to do a whole bunch of things, which is kind of my biggest problem. So yeah, I've had a coffee. We're probably going to have breakfast, first meal in a bit, and then just I don't know what we're going to do out here, kill time, and then we're going to drive back to Auckland, the normal time that we would potentially drive back, to see what traffic's like and how long it takes to get home. So this is kind of like a thought experiment, like an experiment to see what it's like if we could actually drive up and down versus staying here. But yeah, intent for the day, like I said, is to actually write that letter. So I've brought the book and we'll be working on that. So yeah, that's enough for now, and I'll catch up with you a little bit later. Sweet. Yo, I decided to go for a walk since I mentioned I haven't done my normal morning walk. So I'm just out here at the Hamilton Lake. I don't actually know what this place is called, but I'm just going to call it Hamilton Lake. You can hear the ducks quacking in the background. It's spitting, if you can tell. Don't know if you can tell. But yeah, it's not too bad. This is a massive lake here. I don't actually think you can walk around the whole thing. And if you could, I have no idea how long it would take. In Auckland we have Paramore Basin, which is like, I think it's, what is it, like 3 kilometers? Because every kilometer they have like a 1 kilometer mark on the ground. And I think it takes about half an hour, 30-40 minutes. I think it's about 3k. I don't know how big this is. This is probably, yeah, I have no idea. Massive. That's all I can say. It's massive. I don't even know if you can walk around the whole thing in a single loop. But there's a lot of people out walking, running, walking with their dogs. It's actually pretty quiet. You can see there's a few cars driving past. But yeah, This is actually one of the highlights when we've been driving down, like we drove down to Rotorua for an interview, then we came down here. This was kind of one of the reasons why I personally kind of like it here, because I can see myself spending a lot of time down here while she's at work and I'm doing whatever I'm doing, coming here, going for walks, you know, being in nature. Is a big bonus. So yeah, anyway, I better get back to my walk, and if it does start, I think it's fine, it's kind of stopped spitting. My car's not that far away, so I'll be fine. Anyway, thought I'd just do a quick update. There's probably some other things that I'll talk about a little bit later in the day, hopefully it's not one of those days where the next video is like at night time, because I've just been hectic as. But we're basically here for the whole day, so I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna go have some breakfast at a cafe, like an actual breakfast, and then yeah, do some stuff. Anyway, I will see you in a bit. Cheers. Yo, it's Nate. It's a little before 8 o'clock. I've just started filming. I've just gone out for a walk. This is kind of the best illuminated spot that I can find, because like the rest of the street is pretty pitch black. So we'll try and keep the video brief. Why is that so shiny? So what was I gonna say? I've been feeling really dizzy lately. I don't know why. This morning I was dizzy as. Not this morning, sorry. After. In the afternoon I was quite dizzy. So we went down to Hamilton. We stayed pretty much most of the day. We drove back about 4. The purpose of that was basically to test what driving back and forth could look like. I know it's supposed to take an hour 15 or whatever, but it actually took us an hour 35 in the morning, and the afternoon, or the evening I should say, about the same. So it's crazy. It's basically like a 12-hour day. We left at like 6:30 something. We got back just before 6. So if we drive up and down, that's what it's gonna look like 4 days a week, because we still have to find a place in Hamilton. That's part of the challenge, is that we haven't got a place yet, so we're thinking about, you know, driving back and forth for the 4 days that she'll be working, and then drive back up to Auckland on the, well, yeah, we're driving back anyway. The alternative was, if we did find a place, we would drive back, or she would drive back on the Thursday. So yeah, it's kind of been a busy day. Busy in the sense of doing stuff. I just came out to finish my steps because I'm at 6,300, so that's really pretty good considering I didn't do my typical stuff today because of the driving and whatnot. I managed to do my push-ups and squats. Did about 40 of them. 25 in the morning, and then 15 while I was at the lake. So I just need to do 10 more and I'll hit the daily target, which is great. What was really cool, which I probably, if we go down tomorrow, which I think we are, I'll try and get it on film, but there's like a little, kind of like an outdoor gym equipment. I think it's called Kanban or campan or something like that. Bars. There's even like, what do you call them? Kettlebells that are like attached to a steel rod so people can't steal them. That's pretty cool. It's really good space. And then there's parkour. That's what the word is that I was trying to find before. There's a parkour, like a little parkour course right beside it, beside the lake. And it's a massive lake. I can see taking at least like an hour, maybe 90 minutes doing the full circuit. And then see that there's like an outdoor fitness area. That's great. I can basically spend most of my time there getting into shape. So yeah, I'll probably wrap the video here. It's almost 8 o'clock. I've tried to stay off my device, one because it gets flat quickly, and I'm trying to reduce how much time I spend on my device. I just spend way too much time. For somebody who doesn't depend on it, I start to notice when my brain or my head just feels like it's, I guess it's like dopamine overdose, you know, when you've been too stimulated, and then my mind is pretty hyper stimulated to begin with. So actually what was a really cool discovery was we ended up buying a jigsaw puzzle. I bought a jigsaw puzzle, and I started doing it, sorting out the pieces. And I was talking to my fiance, I was like, this could be a good idea for like a YouTube channel, a YouTube series where I can just kind of like work on a puzzle, talk, record myself doing it, and kind of discuss, you know, because the other day on LinkedIn I did a post about how solving a jigsaw puzzle, there's lots of lessons that you can apply to life. So maybe I'll talk about it a bit more, but it's spitting, so I better go back inside. So yeah, I've got a Dragon Ball Z Impossible puzzle, so I can't be bothered putting it on the screen, so I'll show you tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to sign out for now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.